What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. So we're gonna do something different today. We're gonna do some painting. We got, you can see all these boxes, and then there's some more boxes down there that are control arms. But we got so this is a I believe it's a 7-inch rough country kit. I didn't buy it. It's from my brother's truck. I mentioned it in a previous video that we were going to be doing some work to that. So this is the lift kit, and once again, the needy dog. But anyways, so this is a lift kit he bought for his truck. He's got a 2016, I believe it's 2016, 1500 Chevy Silverado. So it's gonna get this 7-inch kit, but I'm gonna be painting everything, not powder coating, because powder coating is really expensive. And I can paint them and they'll look just as good. They might not have quite the durability of powder coat, but it'll look great. And this truck, like I said, it's a pavement princess, so it's not like it's gonna really see much of anything. So nothing more than, you know, the paint on your car will see. So we're not worried about it. I'm gonna base all this in white. Then we're gonna mix up the color and put that over top of this, and it'll make that color pop. So I'll show you kind of what the idea is here. As you can see, it has a textured finish to the powder coat. I'm sanding it most of that texture away. I'm not worried about making it like completely flat, like as if it was, you know, something I was gonna do like on a body panel on a vehicle. But for these parts, I'm gonna get most of that texture out, and then by the time I lay, you know, a couple coats of base, you know, the white, the color, clear coat, it's not gonna really have any texture by the time I'm done. All right, well, back now. Like I said, I didn't want to bore you all with all the sanding and tedious scuffing, and it'd be an hour-long video just with that. So these parts, they're all sanded. I still need to tape up the bushings on that bracket. I'm gonna tape up the threads on the U-bolts. And I got these pieces hanging. I was gonna try and do all the pieces at one time. But I just don't really have like enough space and stuff to set up that many parts, because I'm pretty much gonna have to hang like all of them to get to paint everything in one go. So I'm gonna start off with the bigger parts, the cross members and the knuckles. We'll do those first. Let those dry and everything like that. Take those down. I'll reuse the same wire that those are hanging from to probably hang some of these other brackets, and we'll get it done in a couple goes. I think we left off yesterday. So this is Monday night, the next day at nighttime. Anyway, so I got the parts hanging up. They're all cleaned off and everything like that, sanded, whatnot. Kind of just roughly taped up the insides of the knuckles. You know, nothing too fancy. Paint will still get in around the tape. My only real concern with that is because I'm going to be putting several coats of paint, so I didn't want the buildup inside of there to affect the fitment of the CV shafts. So just throw some tape around there, and then when it's all done, peel it off, and that way we won't affect those clearances. And then it was a little warmer today than what it has been, but still not ideal for painting, not quite. So I got the old propane heater going. So what I usually do is, because you'll see people like rant raving, like, oh, you can't paint in the garage with the propane heater, and like, I know. So what I usually do is while I'm getting things ready, I'll run it, because that thing takes literally like no time to heat up a garage this size. So I let that run on high while I'm getting everything ready. It gets it very toasty in here, and then I turn it off. So I shut it down, do all my painting, let everything kind of air out a bit, and then if need be, but usually only if it's like really cold. Like this is an insulated garage, so it should hold the heat pretty good. But sometimes, like if it's really cold outside, then after I'm done spraying and let it like air out for a minute, I'll kick it back on and let it heat up again. And I guess it's like a poor man's like bake cycle for the paint booth that I don't have. So, but it works. I've been doing this method right here for a few years, and it works. So yeah, so at this point I'm gonna mix up some white, put some base down of white, and then we'll let that set up, and then we'll switch over to the color, and then we'll finish off some clear. Alright, y'all, so getting kind of late, and I gotta work tomorrow. But anyways, these parts are done. I ended up doing 2 coats of white, and then 3 coats of the teal green, and then 2 coats of clear. This clear, I don't know, my brother ordered all this stuff online, but I've never used this clear or this paint before. The paint seemed okay. The clear, it looks to have a pretty glossy shine to it, but I will say, as opposed to like the Omni and the PPGs and like the DuPont materials that I've used in the past, It's not as thick. It's pretty thin clear in the cup mixing it. But I mean, it's sprayed on fine. It's like I said, it's got pretty glossy shine, but it also it's cheaper clear. It's not, you know, like stuff that I would put typically on like a vehicle I was painting. But for these parts, it's probably more than good. But anyways, here they are. And that's just to be clear, it's not orange peel that I laid in the clear. That is from the textured powder coat that these parts were. Like, I'm actually surprised how good the knuckles came out. But I didn't. This is the rear front cross member. I didn't like sand that one as much as this one, which is the front one. I try to smooth that one out a little bit more because that's what you're gonna see in front of the truck. Just goes to show if you gotta put forth a little time and effort, you can do this stuff in your garage. Like, it's not that complicated, guys. But if I can do it, y'all can do it. So I'd say, but the only thing you can do is just, you know, get yourself started. Go online, order some paint or whatever, or go to your local supplier. That's typically where I buy my stuff. I don't usually order paint. I usually get PPG products from a local supplier. And then the guns I use, you know, I got a few of them, but, you know, I got a couple Setas. I guess the 3000. I have, let me see, got another Seta 3000. This is the newer model though. It's got the digital pressure regulator, like readout, but I've honestly never even put a battery in it or used it. I always just use the, you know, regular ones. And then that there is this is a Cobalt gun. This was actually like my first paint gun that I bought. And this will certainly get the job done on some little like do-it-yourself projects. I painted with it for a little while, and then it just became like a primer gun. And as you can see now, it's pretty much like junk. I don't even know why I hold on to it anymore, but I keep things.